Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we're live. Man, welcome back to another episode. You so good. Welcome back to another episode of the Flagrant 2 with X and Lou. I'm Lou. That's X. I got it right this time.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Another week. And the damn, wait, we wasn't here last week. What?
No, it was Thanksgiving and stuff. You was cooking.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't cooking. I ain't cook. How was your
Thanksgiving?
How
It was
your
cool.
Thanksgiving?
I had my sweet potato pie, so that's what matters.
I mean, like the
What?
actual pie, not just one, like the actual pie, right?
Yeah, what do you mean? I said sweet potato pie.
No, I'm
What
just
do you
making sure.
call
I'm just
sweet
making sure.
potato pie?
Just making sure. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. We're live right now.
What? Because you got the yams or something?
No. I wasn't even gonna say that. It was something that had to do with pie, but like a certain kind. Never mind, bro. We're gonna let that one go.
Oh, you wow, bro.
Yeah, see, now you got it. Now you got it. I tweeted it too. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, let's get straight into it, man. I don't know if you got your top 10, but I'm gonna say my top 10 while you think of yours. But yeah, this is our top 10 power rankings so far into the season.
Yeah.
What, it's too early? Too early for power rankings?
Nah, it's cool. I wish I knew.
I mean, I'm doing the mono with the fly too, because I put this one in today. I know I wrote everything up on Monday, but I put this one in today. Like I literally just put this in like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, I'll give my top 10 real quick. I got the Celtics 1. I got the Bucks 2. Timberwolves have been playing fantastic. I got them 3. 76ers 4. Thunder's in my top 5. Thunder's 5. But we gotta talk about the Thunder. We're gonna get there. I got the Suns at 6. Mavs at 7. I haven't even said the Nuggets. Damn, bro. Did I say I said the Bucks, right?
Unfortunately.
No, I'm gonna have to redo this. All right, Celtics definitely my 1. All right, guys. Thank you. Goodbye. Anyways, Celtics 1. I'll take the Celtics at 1. I had 2. I had the Timberwolves at 2. I have the Nuggets at 3. I put the Nuggets at 3.
You said the Bucks at 2.
Did I say no? Bucks is
you had the Bucks at 2.
Did I have the Bucks at 2?
Thank you. Yeah. That's why I thought you was nuts.
No, I got the Celtics 1, Timberwolves 2, Nuggets 3, Sixers 4, Bucks 5. Then I got the Thunder 6, the Mavs 7, the Suns 8. Ooh. I gotta throw the Magic in there. They've been balling. So I'm gonna put the Magic at 9. I'm gonna put the Knicks at 10.
Oh, brother. I could agree with obviously Boston. Everybody like Boston is looking fantastic. Their 5 is crazy.
Yeah.
Come here. Come, girl. Good job. I don't want you bothering nobody. Yeah. Boston, crazy. We gonna talk. Their starting 5 is bananas when they all play. And they only been out. P is out with a foot. What's P injured with? KP, he injured too again, ain't he?
Oh, Kristaps?
Unfortunately, yeah, of course.
I didn't even know he was.
Yeah, he ain't even playing. But number 2, I'm definitely number 2. I'm gonna go Nuggets. I don't know what else are you talking about. Like still,
I like the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves have been playing better basketball.
They've been playing better basketball, but like as far as
come on, bro. This is power rankings, bro.
I understand because this is a weekly thing. I know.
Exactly. That's what I'm
stuff
saying.
like that.
They've been playing better.
They've been playing, but it's just like we
You have
looking
to go
at it
recent.
and it's like
You can't go for history. You have to go on recent. If we're talking straight recent, Timberwolves have been playing a better brand of basketball than the Denver Nuggets.
But that's also because Jamal Murray's been missing.
Yeah, he's been injured. But
Like,
still,
and they still been
does
playing
that not
good.
factor in? Does that
They
not factor
still
into
been
ranking?
playing good though. That's the
But
crazy thing.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But if Jamal Murray was there, they'd be obviously playing a lot better. And right now, without Jamal Murray, the Timberwolves are playing better than the Nuggets. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but that's unfortunate because this is my rankings.
Yeah,
This
it's
is my
your rankings.
rankings.
But I'm
So
just saying,
yeah, the Nuggets are still playing.
I'm making an argument for my rankings, but go ahead, bro.
The Nuggets is still playing that, and then I'm gonna go with Timberwolves next, bro, because it's still like you said, it's Will has preference with that one. And then who you at? Philly. I like Philly, but and I don't like the Bucks. I like the Bucks, both of them, bro. But the team that I like better is the Thunder. I don't care what y'all say. I'm pitting them over Philly and what's his face this week, man. They've been playing crazy.
I'm not mad at that.
They've been playing crazy. Then I'll go Philly and then the Bucks.
Okay, that's 5. All right, so round out the 10.
That's 5. Where am I now?
I believe that's 5. So you got Boston, Denver, Timberwolves. Then you said the Thunder, and then Philly.
All right, so that's 1. Yeah. All right, cool. And then I gotta go. I know you went Dallas. I gotta go to Phoenix Suns though. I'm putting them higher, and the reason I'm putting them higher because they've been balling.
Yeah, I'm
with
just
just 1 star or 2 stars.
Yeah,
they even touch Bill. Bill's back's been hurting. That's one of the Ben Simmons situation shit. I mean, you can't just judge it back, so it's tough.
Yeah.
But the way they've been looking, Devin Booker, he's taking another lead, which is just crazy.
Yes. I mean, he single-handedly gave the Knicks a loss, but yeah, we'll talk about that.
Hey. Hand down, man down. And then, I gotta go to Mavericks. The Mavericks been playing.
Mavs been balling,
but yeah, they've been balling, and I don't know. They still got ways to go. They contend. They're not like championship contenders to me, but they're somebody who won't put up a crazy fight.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. Where were you at? You're at 7?
Am I at 7?
I think
Who
so.
else is left? The Knicks, but I don't want the Knicks that high. I ain't gonna lie. I'll put the Knicks number 10. I'll put the Heat over the Knicks. The Heat been playing crazy this week. And it's just like you said, hey, look, you can feel that.
Head to head, the Knicks just beat them. So that's the only reason why I put because the Heat would have been.
But as far as a collective of basketball in his past
Knicks still got the better record.
Miami's been balling though with what they got.
No, they haven't. I'm not
mad at it. Like I said, I'm gonna put that, and then I'm gonna put Magic's before both of them because Magic's defense is crazy.
Nah, Magic been balling, bro. Like, yeah, we're gonna talk about that, but Magic.
So it's gonna be Magic's
really, really good.
Heat and then Knicks.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. So you're leaving. Who? You didn't even mention the Bucks, did you?
I said the Bucks. Yeah, I put them after Philly, but I put OKC above.
Okay.
Remember what I said? OKC. Then I said Philly and the Bucks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. All right, let's get into it. Let's really talk about it. First of all, quarterfinals have been set. They're finally 4 teams. First of all, my first question is: should all these NBA players be getting upset at the last? Because like there's a respect thing in the league. You're up. Don't shoot the ball. Don't hold on to the ball. Let it go. Like it's a respect thing. But with the tourney, you have to. There's a certain points and threshold, and who has more points and gets the, tiebreakers, etc. Whatever. So should NBA players be getting mad? I mean, DeRozan was kicked out of the game for getting upset about them taking the three, the Raptors. So I mean, should you get upset or should you just like chalk it up to the early season? I mean, it's not like it's gonna happen later on in the season.
Yeah, I mean DeRozan and the Raptors. Well, he was on the Raptors at the time. There's cereal running in people's faces about this stuff, man. I don't know what's wrong with them. What's wrong with him, bro? He too sensitive about this. This is what the game is right now. This is the end.
Embiid too. Didn't Embiid do the same thing?
He did it a while ago because I remember it was with DeRozan. Was it DeRozan and PJ Tucker ran down on Stevenson? Lance Stevenson.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about this season. I'm talking about this season. Embiid did the same thing. Embiid took a 3-point shot with like 2 seconds left on the clock. Made it, and they didn't count the bucket. That was the funny part.
But, they didn't count it?
Yeah, they didn't count it. They didn't count it.
I would have fined the NBA for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But no, I don't think they should be mad. Like, that's how the game is played. That's how group play has always been. When we think about you got to think about it. Even the USA basketball stuff, the group plays is designed. This is exactly how it's designed. The same as that concept. All they did was just bring it early in the season.
Yeah.
So it's not like these teams are sitting here trying to embarrass you. Like before, you know what I mean? They're not trying. Before this,
trying to get seeded. They
trying to get seeded. They trying to get their little extra money. That little $500K would be perfect in the off season to go take the family on vacay. Let me give my family some vacay money.
I mean,
and guess what? If you don't want it,
they make it like $30 million. Yeah, man.
Hey, look. A little $500K is spending money for them. You feel me? So it's they'll take it to go. But if you don't want to be on that end of the spectrum, win.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
And then we have no problems. We ain't even talking about it. Smoke them my 30.
And then we're not gonna sit here and discuss it because what's the other side of that? You smoke them and then you need the points. So are you not gonna do the same thing?
You just want your coach to sit you like, nah, coach, I'm too big to win this little money. Shut up.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. But do you feel like the tourney has renewed excitement? Because I mean, these games have been pretty exciting for the most part.
Yeah,
some of them have just been blowouts.
Hey, look, the league, how everybody talk. I said the league, how everybody talk, how this thing is rigged and everything, man. Listen, I don't know how every single game come down to the wire where these tourneys come on, but they do, and it's just perfect timing. I'm not saying it's rigged, but I just think it's so perfect timing that all these games are fantastic when this is occurring. Go ahead.
Yeah, because the Kings coming back on the Warriors was, but we're gonna talk about the Warriors in a little bit, but it was a complete meltdown, and I don't think that they've been right this season. Like they started to look right, they started to look like they was good. Then the Draymond suspension, and it just feels like everything is in disarray. Not to mention you have key contributors that are injured right now. Gary Payton is injured.
So they don't know when he's gonna be back.
But yeah, we're gonna get into it. But
still in the quarterfinal sets, man.
But yeah, of course. Lakers at Suns. This is the West bracket. Lakers at Suns, Kings at Pelicans, East bracket, Pacers at Celtics, Bucks at Knicks. Let's give a quick predictions. Let's play a matchmaker real quick. I got the Suns beating the Lakers, and I got the Kings beating the Pelicans.
I mean, those are fantastic picks. I don't think I see any other way because the Suns are the Suns, especially if they have both KD and Booker playing this game. It's gonna be crazy. And the Lakers have just been a team who's still on the backs of a 38-year-old, about to be 39 this month.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a chance to lose, but it's just like I'm gonna take the Suns.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Suns.
And then as far as the Kings and Pelicans, it's like, yo, they had injuries. They still trying to figure themselves together. They've been trying to figure themselves together since last season.
Yeah,
because nobody could stay healthy or stay on the court at the same time. So, and the Kings have been the healthiest team. Man, they got the Aaron Fox bags. Oh yeah, come on.
Yeah, definitely. So I got the Celtics over the Pacers, but I think the Pacers are gonna make it interesting. I think Pacers are gonna give them all they got, and unfortunately, I got the Bucks over the Knicks. I would love the Knicks to beat out the Bucks, but I think the Bucks are just too much to handle. I mean, I think our history against the Bucks, right, for the past 2 years have been, we're getting smoked. There's no answer for Giannis. And as much as I would love Randall to step up and, stop Giannis, he's not gonna. I mean, there's very few people in the league that can stop Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at that matchup, it's just like the Bucks have the size, the length to handle everything that Randall wants to do. You don't have a big who can make them truly pay.
Yep. Well, they do. They just don't. I feel like they're not utilizing Mitch the way that they should, and I think it's because of the fact that they have Randall.
Yeah, but the thing too is like, say, even if you run that pick and roll, for the most part, Brunson is a person who attacks. He's not really the most assist person. He'll pass the rock, but he's looking to get a basket. Let's keep it a stack with that. Yeah, so it's not like you're going to get those lob threats, anything crazy with Mitchell, because that's what Mitchell would need. Somebody who can make that lob threat truly viable.
Right.
And then these guys is in drop coverage anyway, so that lob is going to be taken away. They're going to give up those floaters and everything. So it's tough. And then Randall ain't stopping anybody. He's built, but his foot, he ain't the dancing bed. He ain't got them twinkle toes going on, so he can't stay in front of Giannis. It's over for that. So they better just hope they, as the season has shown, Lillard smoke the game and they have a chance to win. Because Lillard is still ramping up. I don't know how, but he's still ramping up. New scene, new shit.
What was he? Well, they had the fake injury. But did he get injured? Well, I'm talking about last year. When they sat down for the last 20 games. But I think when they say ramping up, I think they more mean like for the team, not for him personally. But I feel like
not for him personally, but like just for the season, like getting situated, like.
I still feel like at the point guard position, it's easier to plug and play at the point guard position than it is at any other position. Because, I mean, the offense ultimately is going through you. And as long as you know the terminology and what sets that, the coach ultimately wants to run, you're good. You're gonna put yourself in a better position. I think more of it is him figuring out what's good for him to do on the court while he's with Giannis versus when Giannis is off the court. And I think that's the balance he's trying to find because he's never really had a true number one beside him or a true number two. Like he's never had like he's never had a true Robin. And now he's a Robin. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not Batman. Yeah. Like Giannis is obviously Batman. So I think that's a little tough too. Figuring out how to complement your star, how to work aside and how to mesh and what spots to hit, where to be on the floor, where Giannis loves, the ball, whether it be on the block, whether it be coming down on I think they're going to figure it out, but I think this process is going to be easier to figure out than it was for LeBron when he went to Miami.
Yeah. I feel it, and I think you're completely right. The point guard spot is just set me that screen.
Plug and play.
Set me that screen and let me go. Yeah. You seen Brunson do it. Why you can't do it, Dame?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Plug and play.
And then who's the other matchup? Oh, the Pacers, Celtics. Oh yeah, Pacers is like you said. They're gonna give them a run for their money. When you say a run for their money, they're gonna run up the score.
Yeah.
Because that's all the Pacers could do.
Yeah,
And
score. That's it. But
yeah,
they're doing it
and we
fantastic.
seen
They're doing it at a good clip.
yeah, but also when the scoring runs amok and they're not getting that little quick offense or anything beautiful offense they got going, they lose games. It was happened just recently.
Yeah.
They was up by like fucking. Ooh, it was up by like 20 or some. It was up by like 20 and they lost the game. I turned around. I'll put the game on. I turned around to do something with the dogs. Came back and they lose. I'm like, what? So it's like,
but the Celtics are but the Celtics are built the same, almost the same way. Because if the shots are not falling for them, there's no second gear. There's no second option for them to go into. It's like if the shots are not falling, they kind of fall apart too. And then it's almost like it trickles down to the defense as well. So the Celtics could be easily got as well. I mean, the Pacers are the perfect team to kind of exploit that. But on the other side of that, the Pacers are the perfect team to be exploited the same exact way. They're built similarly. They just don't have the star power.
Yeah, but I feel like, these boys, at least in the Celtics, they've been through it. They might have a young coach with them and stuff who just got acclimated last season. He's been there for a while still, but you got people who've been to the finals.
Yeah.
Been to the semifinal all the time. So it's like, man, Pacers, y'all got a chance, but y'all ain't got a chance.
I'm not mad at that. So we got the Suns advancing, we got the Kings advancing, we got the Celtics advancing, we got the Bucks advancing. Other than that, what's your finals prediction out of all
the finals for this? I got the Celtics going. That's one. The Celtics, it's tough because I got the Celtics.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's what I'm feeling. But now that I'm really like, because I just did the app thing and I put the Celtics and Suns. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, De'Aaron Fox came back and they have turned it back into that team.
Yeah, the Kings are scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Kings are scary, and it's going to be all for the health of Book and KD. Like they both got to be present for this. If they're not, then yeah, Kings might run it up.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go the other way with. I'm gonna say the Kings. I just went with the Suns, but I'm gonna go with the Kings, man.
I'm not mad at that. Either or, I think both.
Can't hate on my young Warriors.
But yeah, let's talk about Magic, man. Magic's have been, I think this is their best start since Dwight Howard was there.
Yeah, championship year.
Yeah, man, this is a really good start. They have the longest winning streak in the NBA right now at 8, and they are 13-5 currently, and they are playing probably the best basketball that I've seen so far this year. They're playing together. The defense has been like locked down. I got to be number one defense in the league right now. And I think, well, when we play 2K, defense translates to quick buckets.
Yeah.
Easy offense. So
easy runouts.
Yeah. So it's they have a recipe there. My thing is, it's how long are they going to be able to sustain this before smart teams like Miami could drag you out, or the Celtics or the Bucks, when they have to really go against these teams, will they really be able to do so? Like, are they built the way that they are currently playing? Is it going to be built this way going into the playoffs? Because that's going to be the true test when stuff kind of slows down and points are hard to come by.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. This right here, this team is, the young boys of the East. We got the young boys of the West with OKC and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But the East, this is one of the teams that's the young boy who's held down by their front court and Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that's their two offensive pieces. The point guards, which is something that if they ain't feel comfortable, we talked about in the draft. If they don't feel comfortable with their point guards, they're gonna go with Paolo. They went with Paolo. Why? Because they wasn't comfortable with their point guards being the offensive hub.
Yeah.
And it has showed because that's their weak point. So once you get into the playoffs and everything, that's what's going to be exposed is the point guard. So for the regular season, this is going to work. But once we get into the off season, the people will pack the paint on Franz and all of them and make the point guard shoot the ball and make score buckets. And that's what it's going to come down to. And shoo, I know that ain't gonna work. So it's like it's a beautiful
like a first round
thing.
exit?
Yeah, I could see a first round exit, and if you get the right matchup and work well, you can make it to the second round and surprise anybody.
Well, right now they would have the second seed. So if we're looking at it from that perspective, second seed, they'd be playing any combination of Heat, Pacers, Cavs, Hawks, or Nets. So I think out of that combination, they'll be fine.
Yeah,
it's when you run into
the next
the sort of Bucks, the Sixers,
the next round,
the Celtics, the Knicks. I think any one of those teams, or even the Heat, I'll put the Heat there because I feel like the Heat play terrific half court sets, and they make you grind out for every point that you're gonna get on offense, and then they make you slow the ball down. So it's not gonna be back and forth running up and down the court and everything like that. And they don't turn over the ball a lot. So Heat ultimately probably would be the worst team for them to run into defensively because they match up well defensively.
Exactly.
And then offense, they're gonna make you grind for every point. So it's gonna be I will put my money on the Heat's offense before I put my money on Magic's offense.
Yeah, because the Magics don't have an offense. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They make some stuff work, but they don't have an offense.
Nah, they don't. A lot of their offense is coming off of defensive stops and getting out
number one defense, and I'm with it. That's what I like about them. I love them, and when they realize that, and they gotta make a move to shore up that guard spot because they got the guards like. You know how they always had like two small guards, and you talk about that won't work. Well, they always got like two defensive guards, people who got energy in this, that, and the third. If you go ahead and get rid of one of them or two of them, and you know what I mean, any combination of stuff just to shore up a spot and get a guy like I'm just throwing it out there. Say if you had Zach LaVine in one of those spots.
Nah, Zach
LaVine, would change. Yeah, it would change it and put their offense up there to closely match their defense.
It's not dinner time yet. I'm busy. I'll be with you in a second. Okay. All right, baby. But no, I agree. I think that any combination, all they need is somebody. They need somebody that could create on their own and could put the ball on the floor. So right now they have two, I want to say defensive minded guards, but they're more positioned to play defense than they are.
They got athletic guards is the thing.
Right.
They got four of them. Let's keep it a stack. You got Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony, as well as what's his face who came from Philly, the shoulder dude.
Markelle
Fultz.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Markelle Fultz was never like an offensive meant to be an offensive star.
I ain't gonna lie. He was supposed to be an offensive. He was supposed to be an offensive star, bro.
He was supposed to be like what's his face? What's the other?
He was supposed to get into those mid-range spots, make work, and then develop his jump shot. But he got hurt.
He was
he was long enough to do that. Yeah, get in. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm with you on that. But he was supposed to be that offensive star they needed.
Nah, he was. But they got him, and then they got Ben Simmons. It's just. Now they finally hit. Now they got somebody.
But
I agree, man. It's a good surprising start for them. I hope that they keep the momentum. You always love to see the young guys, thriving and succeeding. But I don't see, at least for this year. I think next year, like you said, once they get a piece, at the guard position that can, one, put the ball on the floor, and two, that could create their own shot, they're gonna be all right because again, once the playoffs start, offense is slow. Offense slows down. You need half court offense, and if you don't have anybody that's gonna be able to create on their own, or even create for others, it's just And I don't want to put everything on Paulo. I think Paulo's terrific, but Paulo's not somebody that's gonna create on his own and for others as well. For a full game, I think he could do it by himself for like different sets, like creating his own shot and everything, but
Yeah,
he's still not there.
it's even like speaking of 2K, what I say with 2K, I always tell Swag, I'm like, yo, we need a 1 through 3 guard. First quarter to third quarter, somebody who's gonna hold it down. And then you have a person who's in the fourth quarter who can create their own, who could take down all those matchups, who's a fourth quarter guard. And that's what they need. They got Paolo who could be that 1 through 3, who could still be a fantastic. Him and Franz Wagner doing that throughout the game is fantastic, but you need somebody who can hold it down
and close the game
when it closes out. And we see that everywhere because even the Bucks went and got Damian Lillard, so they know it too.
Facts. Oh man, Warriors and Clippers, man. Right now, they're both 10th and 11th in the conference, respectively. Clippers 8 and 10. The Warriors are 9 and 10. What is going on, man? I know I briefly spoke on the Warriors earlier, but even the Clippers, I just feel like nothing seems to be going right for either one of these two clubs, and something has to change. Whether it be, I already know for the Clippers, they don't have any bench, they don't have depth at all. The Warriors, they have depth that are not playing, just not doing anything. So it's like you have no offense beyond Curry currently, and then the Clippers, they just have no depth. They have no bench, period. So you got Kawhi taking over for 4 quarters because you have to. This is not conducive for them moving forward. So what is going to happen for them moving forward?
Well, moving forward, they got to do something, anything. But the most important thing they got to do is just make sure that these guys start to gel well together, and go from there. Because I can't see too many moves actually being able to be made unless you get in the buyout market and things like that. Because you just traded for James Harden,
right?
You got Russ on the bench now, so you at least got a bench piece there, even though he playing like absolute dog water. PG's been showing up well.
Can't really blame him. He's coming off the bench and expected to do damage with nobody coming off the bench with him. Like there's literally Bones has been dirt.
He hasn't been playing. DMPs.
Other face has been dirt. Everybody on that bench has been dirt. So I don't really blame Russ for being dirt either, because it's like he got to do everything on his own, and you can't really stagger everything because every other night one of them is out.
Yeah.
So you don't even have a good staggering of substitutions for it to actually work, where I could take Russell off the floor and I could insert this person here with Harden and with Kawhi or with George. It's the back-to-back or the taking off certain games. It may work during the regular season, but you're playing for playoff lives. You're playing for you're playing for a buy-in for the dance. So this is not going to work going through the rest of the season.
Exactly, because you still got to play to get in at the end of the day. But it's just like I think the Clippers fell into a absolute bad place. The star name place. It's a sunken place. Like it's at the end of the day, you can have a certain amount of stars, but after a while, you gotta have people who complement each other. They just picked up stars. All the stars need the ball. So it's not even like who's just going to be like,
play off the ball,
grab a rebound and do what I got to do. Because at the end of the day, with people sitting there viable and looking at the time where Draymond had to sign his, people would have took Draymond. People like, why would you take Draymond? Because he just shuts up, does what he's supposed to do, does the dirty work, and that's it.
And they don't have anybody right now that's doing the dirty
And they
work.
don't have anybody who do that.
And the
Who you got?
people that they did have, they traded away.
Exactly. Like, and while I was looking at that trade, I was sitting here like, damn, if they could have kept at least like Covington or Batum, at least one of them.
Yeah.
Like, I understand they got PJ Tucker, but I'm like, nah, if you would have got PJ Tucker and still found a way to keep Batum or Covington, I would say Covington in my eyes.
Nah, I would say Covington.
Then it would have been like, all right, cool.
Batum would have been fine too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Both of them,
Batum and Russ coming off the bench would have been great.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like now it's just like, damn, I still got to find another piece to help push y'all above, because right now y'all gonna have, once y'all get it together, y'all gonna have the offense and everything situated. But it's just like, now who's doing everything else?
Yeah, I think a better option for them, instead of trading so many pieces away and getting Harden, a better option would have been trading less pieces and going and get somebody like what's his face on the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Somebody that could come off the bench and just immediately just start lighting it up. You know, they don't have that person coming off the bench and willing to light stuff up. Matter of fact, if I'm the Warriors, being that I have the pieces, that's what I would look into, because Jordan, not for nothing, I mean, as trash as he is right now in Washington, they're missing Jordan. You don't think so?
Bro, missing an inefficient. That's the thing about it. Like let's do this.
What do they have?
I understand
what do the Warriors have right now coming off the bench that's doing something.
I understand what you're saying, but it's different. Like, I hear what you're saying, like having a person who could score, but he's still inefficient. It's the childish stuff about, or it's that back end stuff about him. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is, as far as I'm not mad at the trade. I think that they did the trade that was in the best interest of them, and they wanted to keep Draymond. And in order for them to keep Draymond, that's ultimately what they had to do. But I'm saying right now, where it stands, they have the pieces right now in place where they could trade for somebody like a Jordan Clarkson, who is a more efficient scorer than Jordan Poole, and is professional. Not about all the nut stuff that you got from Poole. And now you have somebody that could come off the bench and fill in the role where you have Chris Paul in the second unit and you got Jordan Clarkson. To me, that's crazy. That'd be a crazy. It'd be a crazy low bench, because I feel like that's what they're lacking right now. They don't have anybody other than Curry.
No, I feel you. I'm with that, and that's the thing. That's the problem. Like what you was saying before earlier, like you started talking about the Warriors, and you're like, yeah, they had a good start, this, that, and the third. I was like, and I'm feeling like, watching the Warriors game, I'm like, yeah, they was off to a good start, but they was off to a good start because Curry was dropping 40 every night. And that was the good start. Yeah. Like you still, at the end of the day, we talk about how LeBron's older.
Curry is.
We got to think about it. Curry is right there with him. He's like 3 years younger than him. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you thought Father Time was going to catch LeBron 3 years ago. You ain't thinking the same thing about Curry? Just because he's a jump shooter?
I mean, well, shooting is the last thing to go.
Exactly. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, he still needs the rest of the game.
Nah, he does. He does.
So
it's
like,
yeah,
exactly.
And who's coming in behind him? That's
nobody.
What I'm saying.
He's still gonna have a pressure on him, and it's just like these other guys got to show up. And the Warriors' problem is coaching. And then I ain't gonna lie, Steve Kerr is one of the best coaches, but right now, and it pisses me off every time we get in the late games, he always want to go with the proven vets, and that's always been his thing. And I'm like, I understand that, but you gotta get the young guys in there, because they was playing well. Like, even I was just watching the other day, and they Moody in there dropped like what was it, like 9 points back to back threes, and sub. Like, what do you just put Clay?
And you know what's crazy?
But Clay's playing like
Curry's from the pop tree. He's from the Pop coaching tree. So you would think that he would, because Pop's not, you hot, Pop's not pulling you. Yeah. Pop's not pulling you if you hot. I don't care if it's Wemby on the bench right now. Pop is not pulling the hot hand for Wemby. He's not doing that. He never did it in all the years that they won the championship. There was times when Parker was on the bench the last 3-4 minutes of a game because what's his face was going off, the other Australian kid. Shorty. I forget his name.
I was having it,
Australian man. The
he was in Brooklyn just now.
Yeah, Patty Mills. That's what I'm saying. Like there was times where Pop was like, "I'm not pulling Parker. Mills is going crazy right now."
Exactly, and that's what they need to do.
Stay with your hot hand. I don't care who. I'm not putting in Clay when Clay been stinking it up for 3 quarters. When Moody's going on,
true, especially with Clay been sticking it up for 13 games.
Yeah,
and then it's just the fact that he got something to prove. I don't care what he say. Like, let's talk about it, Clay. You got something to prove. We all know it. No matter how much you say it, that you don't. You're not worried about what we're saying. We all know you're worried about what we're saying. There's a guy who's in the stand talking to you about the game. And you talking about should we bench him? Should I bench me? Should I bench me? He didn't even say anything like that. And you brought it up. That means you're concerned.
Yeah.
You're thinking it, not him. Yes, you're playing like shit. We all see it.
Talk about it. I'm
tired of it.
Talk about it.
This was pissing me off.
Clay been playing like dirt all season long. And I think, it's a combination of a lot of different things because I think Curry's pressing, but Curry feels like he has to press. He has, because it's literally there's no full offense behind him at all. It's Curry, and the team goes as far as Curry goes. So if Curry has an off night, the Warriors have an off night. Curry's hot, everything's fine. So whatever happened to the Splash Bros? Because right now it's just the Splash Bro. Not plural. It's just
the other one turned into Splash, bro.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious, bro?
And I love Clay. I love Clay a lot.
We all do.
And I get that Clay, he's in his contract year right now, and he may be pressing too. And that does mentally weigh in on you when you're in a game. Like you start missing shots, and it's like, dang, like I gotta make a shot. Yeah. But sometimes it's like, when you're forcing the shots, you're going outside of the flow of the offense. So now these shots are forced. You're forcing these shots instead of letting the game come to you, letting the offense come to you, and taking the easier shots. Well, okay, the three's not working right now. They know that you're going to try to shoot the three, take the dribble, pull up inside, get a higher percentage shot. They're playing you too close, going for the drive. Like I feel like Clay is not taking what the defense is giving him. He's forcing the issue, and when you force the issue, this is the results.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. I think too, watching him, throughout all these years, because anybody could say they'll call me a bandwagon fan, but I had liked them when they was forming, when they first started drafting, putting them together, and all that good stuff. And like you don't always tell you, I like the young boys, the changing of the guards. You feel me? Yeah. I like the changing of the guards scenarios always, and I've been watching Clay for a while, bro. Mm-hmm. And Clay's just not right. He's getting older. You talking about blow by people. I ain't see Clay blow by anybody in the last whatever years, especially since that Achilles injury.
Yeah.
Before that, it's like, he's going to the basket trying to dunk. But now he's got that little, he always had it, where he stops in the mid-range and then just pull up over, because usually you're a smaller guard on him. But it's just like, you can't. Yeah, and that's the thing. Unless you Kevin Durant, you can't live on a heavy diet all of this right now. So you got to figure out a way to affect the game a little more. And it's just tough since that Achilles injury, because he's not Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Those lower leg injuries, you don't have that. You're not 7 foot. You can't just keep rising up over people and it'd be a great shot.
Yeah.
So it's just tough, and it just sucks. Unless you're the management team, unless you're the GM. because it's just like that payday you was looking for, Clay. We don't have to give it to you. You've been playing like dirt. So that's if you want to go down with the ship and you want to go down with the big three, this is the perfect scenario. I ain't gonna lie, because
would you
could pay
dangle him as trade bait?
As trade bait? Oh, Clay, this is my big three. We talking about my big three here.
I'm just saying.
This
I
my
mean,
quarterback.
you could get somebody like a Jimmy Butler next to him or something. I mean, hey, DeRozan wants out. DeRozan, mid-range assassin.
Yeah, it's tough. It's the thing when you're a real sentimental with these guys right here. It's tough. That's why Bob Myers got out early. And as a Warrior fan, you hate Clay right now, but you love him. At the end, you just love him as overall totality of the game. But right now, you can't stand him, and you'll want to get rid of him. And I can understand if you want to get rid of him. But me, I'm still going down on my ship. But you got that championship window ain't big, so you got to trade somebody. I'm getting rid of Kuminga. I'm getting rid of Clay. I'm making sure Steph Curry win another ring.
Yeah.
So all of them is damn near up for grabs. Unless Curry says no, and then I understand.
Yeah, I'm blowing it up mid-season, seeing what I could surround Curry with. Because I mean, I feel like Curry's on his last legs too. Curry, his window, if it hasn't closed already, is closing, and it's closing quick. So I'm gonna see what I got to do to surround Curry, and I think Clay would probably be my first trade chip. Clay and what's his face, CP3. I'm sorry, Chris Paul got to go too.
I mean, but that's the thing. It's tough. It's kind of tough to get rid of them. The thing about it, Chris Paul ain't been playing horrible, but he just ain't been shooting. The shot ain't been shooting. That's all it is. The shot ain't been dropping.
Another troubled franchise right now. You made a comment. You made a comment at the beginning of this season saying that losing Dillon Brooks and not having Ja Morant is going to be a recipe for disaster because JJJ can't do anything without somebody that could get him the ball.
No, I see what you're saying. I was like, Dillon Brooks. No, I said Tyrese
Jones. You said Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks was
Jones.
The one that brought the attitude for their defense.
Oh, you said that. Yeah.
But without Ja Morant, that JJJ is not gonna be able to look. He doesn't look good.
Yeah, but I thought you meant because my last post, they said he ain't look good, but I'm talking about Tyus Jones as well too.
Yeah, Tyus Jones.
That post, because it's just like Triple J is not. He's not a scorer. He's not like somebody who's going to get the ball, do a little tween and get to the basket or do any little post moves or anything like that. He's just somebody who's going to feed off.
Somebody to drop him off the ball.
Exactly. He needs somebody who's going to attack the basket, get the defense in rotation, and then he takes advantage of that. Right now, without Ja Morant, who's the absolute menace, to get your defense and moving and in transition. Well, in transition, I keep saying transition. Get your team in rotation. It's not going to create those open looks. What do you have, Marcus Smart now doing that? Like, oh, Marcus Smart. Oh, ain't nobody worried about these guys. And then when you think about Tyus Jones ain't the fastest, the best, but he's somebody who takes advantage of every situation. He's pretty much like what you got in New York with Jalen Brunson.
Him and Brunson definitely.
There's play types is like, how they got the Charizard and everything that's
they're definitely in the same realm. But I would say that their styles of play are very, very much alike.
Where it could get people open shots and things like that. I think Tyus Jones look for other people's shots a little bit more. So it's
Tyus Jones is a more willing passer, whereas Brunson is a more willing shooter. I think that's the only difference between them. But what I will say is both of them, they play off balance. And that's what gets defenses out of sorts because you really don't know what they're going to do. And that's why they're so effective.
So it's just like without your guards, and then the person who's going to egg somebody on to get them to the next level. It's like, and the thing about it, like I seen a huddle where Marcus Smart was trying to do that, talk about this is embarrassing, and try to get the troops together, riled up. But the thing about it is, what's his name? Dylan Brooks. He's been with them for so long that there's different things that he could say and do that when you've been with long enough, certain buttons to push to get
guys
over the edge. Yeah. Like, so it's like the new person coming and saying, like, come on, guys, this is ugly. Like, yeah, you're right. And it's just like, yeah, you're just right. But
like,
Dylan Brooks, you see him with he had the gloves in the hallway for the Canada team already. You're like, this guy's a fucking weirdo, but you don't even know it. That's just type of shit that works for his team.
Yeah, facts.
So it like that he could have been doing stuff like that in Memphis. You see coming out with the dance, everybody come on, he had everybody lit, like. So it's like he touches the soul.
And you see the impact he's making on the Rockets right now.
Exactly, playing fantastic. He playing best basketball he ever played.
That's why he's on the team right now.
This is the type of basketball that make you like him. You're like, damn, he ain't that bad. You know what I mean? He only
I think it's just how I like Memphis, right?
Yeah, he only put a few people in the nuts. Yeah, I know. He getting a dream on. He only hit a few people in the nuts.
Well, Josh should be back like in another week or two. So I think once Ja comes back, I think their season can turn around. They still have the pieces there. They're just missing Ja.
Yeah.
Like I think without Ja makes that engine go. And without Ja, without the threat of Ja, because Ja could do so many different things. Like Ja and Sha are they're very similar in like their play styles on ball. But I think Ja's just more of a vicious attacker, whereas Sha does it a little bit more finesse.
That's exactly.
But let's talk about Sha. Oh man, I really first of all, quick disclaimer, I don't condone any women beating. I don't condone any underage anything. We both have beautiful girls. See my beautiful daughter right there. We have beautiful daughters. We have mothers, we have sisters, etc., etc. Don't condone it. With that said, everything is alleged. Nothing is confirmed. Nothing is a fact. I'm just saying, as far as anything that is alleged, we don't condone it. In not condoning it, my question is: are the Thunder doing the right thing by allowing him to play and play through this, because it is a distraction with him there with media, etc., etc. But although it's alleged, there's no convictions, there's no arrest warrants, there's no it's just alleged. I mean, I could say Dwight Howard touched my booty hole, don't mean that he did it. It's allegedly from me, my bad. Allegedly,
knowing Dwight Howard, it might be.
Yeah. Dwight Howard was like the perfect and bad example of the same sentence. But yeah, I mean, everything's alleged, man. But do you think that they should, allow him to play, or would you have asked him to take time away from the team until things cleared up?
I mean, we're gonna keep it a stack. As far as management goes and everything, paying people is always one of the biggest pieces of the pies when it comes to, money allocation and everything.
Right.
And even though you're putting him away and telling him to go away, you still got to pay the man. And then the only way as a small market to get recognition and keep moving is to win.
Yeah.
So
they're winning.
As a business, they're not gonna put them out. You know what I mean? It's allegations. I don't care. Look, Josh, lie to me, man. That's what the management is saying. Lie to me, man. Because Josh, we don't know what they're going in there saying, what Josh is saying.
Yeah.
He's going in there saying, yo, I ain't know she was this age. I ain't know this, that, and the third. I ain't know. So all you got to do as a team is just listen to what he says until whatever comes out from the family or whatever, the girl's family and everything. But until then, it's just literally Josh's side saying to them, like, oh, yeah, I ain't know she was this age. Or, you know what I mean? So it's just
Right.
them suspending him for something that,
I mean,
isn't
I
even
wouldn't say
through.
suspend him. I wouldn't say suspend him, but I would have probably gave him like, take some personal time, like 2 games and come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it could have been. I mean, it's too late now. I think that once the news first broke, I think the thing would have been, oh, we're gonna sit you out this one game. Let's let's kind of get everything together before we talk to the league, see what's going on and stuff like that. But I mean, because it's a serious allegation. I mean, it's not something to take light. Like, this is a serious allegation. So I mean, you have to gather all the facts before you can move forward. And I don't blame them for, not suspending or not setting him down and allowing him to play. But it's also like, you have to say something. You have to come out and say something. But even if you don't want your player to come out and say something, you want your player to shut up and just worry about basketball right now, worry about winning. You as an organization still have to sit here and say something. Look, although we don't condone it, we don't know all the facts, blase, but we're going to allow, the police and NBA to do their investigation. And while they do this investigation, again, all of this stuff is alleged. We don't know if it's true. And being that we don't know if it's true, Josh is going to continue to play until we learn something different. And I think that when you don't come out and say stuff like that, it gives the impression that you're condoning it. I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm just saying it gives the impression that you're condoning it, because at the end of the day, it's all about the bottom line. The bottom line is money. So you need them on the court in order to win, in order to get more money. Mm-hmm. I understand all the aspects, the business, the basketball side of it. I get it. But I think that was my only gripe about the situation. As an organization, or if you want to put your coach in it, or you don't want your coach to say anything, the GM, the owner, somebody has to come out and make that type of statement. And then moving forward, we're not going to comment on it. If you don't have any basketball questions for us, we're not going to answer. And then move forward.
No, that's an absolute professional way to go about it. And I agree with it, because they didn't even say nothing about it. And it's crazy. But I like the not the suspension, but you just even to tell them to take, some time off. And I understand, but on the outside looking in, if something like that happens and you tell them to take some time off, it's like, as an organization, it seems like we don't believe you did that. So that's why I would sit there and be like, no.
Nah, I get that. That's why I'm saying that they should have said something, that they should have put out at the very least a press release and involved the NBA Players Association with it, involved the commissioner and made sure that everybody was on one page, because at the end of the day, like, this is all gonna come through Silver regardless. Silver is gonna ultimately hand down a suspension or not, or whatever it is. So me as an owner of this organization, and as having employing a player with these allegations, I want to get ahead of it. That way, regardless of the outcome, at least I said something. So you know what I'm saying? Because you're also looking at it from a business standpoint too, from a market standpoint. Say if these allegations are true, you didn't say anything. You didn't put your best foot forward. You didn't say anything. You could lose a lot of your fan base. You could lose a lot of your marketing, a lot of your fans. There's a lot that you could lose from that. But on the flip side of that, there's a lot that you won't lose, because they could find out that everything was just blown out of proportion and it wasn't what everybody thought it was, and these allegations are false. Yeah. So it's a very thin line that you tread on. But I feel like the best course of action that they could have done was, hey, look, this is what it is, and this is why we're gonna stand pat, but we're going to make sure that you understand that we take this very serious.
Yeah, I totally agree, because Josh Diddy is crazy.
I mean, regardless, allegedly. 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 Hey, don't strike our channel down. Like,
Josh
um,
Giggity.
but
They
yeah, man.
calling all type of
I
stuff,
mean,
man.
all jokes aside, I do hope that that the correct course of actions does come from it. I did have a quick question. Did I know you heard about the Malika what's her name? Malika Spears?
Andrews?
Malika Andrews. Yeah. So
Yeah, forget
do you take
Malika
any stock behind the
Andrews.
Malika Andrews thing?
Forget Malika Andrews. All my boys hate Malika Andrews. You feel me? No. What you mean you talk about because she don't talk about it, and then when she did talk about it, she didn't really mention nothing about it?
Well, I mean, I'm only going off of what I see on Twitter. Me personally, I
Yeah,
really don't care because I feel like as a journalist, even as us, like we have to discuss these things. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
we have to discuss them how to report it. We can't be biased on it. We can't give our opinion on it. We can't, you know, you can't condemn somebody for ultimately we don't know what happened. Everything is alleged. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
there's no facts behind any of this. So I can't base my personal opinion over how I personally feel over any situation on a particular subject if I don't know all the facts. So I think that Malika is doing the right thing. Like for instance, people was getting on her about the Brandon what's his face who got drafted by Charlotte.
Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller, and she had made comments about him and his, past or whatever. But the thing
Yeah.
is, I mean, it's going through the draft process, and as a journalist, you have to ask the tough questions. I'm not mad at her for asking that question, but people are mad that she asked the questions.
I mean, high key after the early stuff is just, you know what I mean? You already have a past history of the stuff. That's the reason why.
Right.
If you know what I mean, you have a past history of, every time it was a, brother of color, you bringing up all that nonsense that was even had to be brought up. Nobody even probably even known about some of the stuff that's
Yeah,
alleged that's going
but
on.
on the flip side of that, a lot of that stuff is like, when you're working for ESPN, you're working for Fox and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff is the producers putting on you to ask these questions. I mean, you may not even want to ask them yourself, but I mean, you want to keep your job, you ask the question, no?
Yeah, but also if you want to just be like, yo, no, I'm not gonna ask that question, you can say that.
That too. You,
But your
I'll
producer
take
might
it
not
right up.
like it. Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
what
it
I'm
right up.
saying. They might not like it, but they're
You
gonna have to
you
respect
have
it.
to
Then
write me up,
people in the
boss.
back here, people in the back, you know what I mean? On the back and the other journalists are like, damn, I actually kind of like respect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right
facts.
now, people don't respect her because there's certain things that she just didn't even have to say. Even with the whole Celtics coach,
Oh yeah, with that whole
that was
situation.
absolutely nothing you had to say. Oh, you brought
Yeah,
out something from like 2007.
yeah,
That
facts. I
was
don't care.
clear. That was done for. It
I
was
don't care if the
over with.
producers, because I didn't know about none of that stuff until she said it. I'm gonna
No,
keep it a
that's what I'm
whole book with
saying.
you. Until it was reported, I ain't know nothing.
None
Because
of
then
that. You were
who's
just
googling
like
stuff like that? Like who's googling that far back to?
nobody.
I'm like, yo, please don't look at my tweets from 2010.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
please don't. Just shoot. Don't
like,
look
you
at
know what
my
I'm
tweets
saying?
from yesterday. Who
Nah,
we talking
nah,
about?
you a wild boy on Twitter. I ain't gonna lie. You a wild boy.
Do
Wild
not.
boy. But that's our show, man. Again, as always, thank you for tuning in. X, take us out, man.
Y'all already know the vibes, man. Like, share, sub, and all the above. We're gonna be back next week. I promise.
It's me. Just blame me. Just blame me. Just say it's me. Just say
Nah,
it's me.
it's all of us.
Yeah, next